I was a wide-eyed soul, searching high and low. When I found you on that day, then the answer was clear. Winds drift others away, but we will always be near. I'm gonna love you forever, forever young together. The world is changing all around, but I found my solid ground. I'm gonna love you forever from now. The high roads are so hard to find, but I walk with you in mind.
Morning guys, welcome back. It's been a very busy morning. I got up early and went for a walk on the farm, checked on the sheep and obviously the trough with Maggie, took Maggie for a walk, and then we headed off to the bakery, the kids and I. Connor's at work, it's school holidays at the moment. Went to the bakery, Riley got himself a pie, Tilly got a sausage roll, and I grabbed some sourdough bread, which I absolutely love. Had that with eggs on toast, and now I'm outside about to reverse my ute onto the trailer so I can take a hay roll out to our sheep in the paddock. So I'm going to go do that now. I just thought I'd do a little video of a sort of day in my life of what we're doing. I do plan on going to Bunnings again today and picking up some more plants, but I'll share that with you guys a little later. For now, kids and I have to go down and feed these sheep. Been pretty full on lately, and we've been spending a lot of money on hay, which we did expect. We did budget that when we purchased our sheep, but we're just really praying for rain soon because it has been bloody hot still for it being fall or autumn, I should say. It's still, you know, 30 degrees to 37 degrees Celsius, that is. Which is very hot for this time of year still. Like, it should be starting to cool down. But next week's supposed to be hitting low 20s, so I cannot wait. I absolutely hate the heat. Much prefer having jumpers on, sweaters on, whatever you call them in other countries. I'd much prefer having a jumper on, jackets on, hoodies on, than sweltering in heat. So just hitching this trailer on, backing up. Sort of hard to see, the sun's glaring right on my little camera here on the reverse mirror. But the good thing with this trailer is it's not too heavy to sort of lift up. Mind you, there is a hay roll on, so we'll see. Look at that, not too bad. Pull forward a bit, or pull the trailer back a bit if I can. It's quite heavy with the hay roll on, but not bad. Very hard to do when I'm trying to film. Hang on. Done. Now to get the kids. Good job, kiddos. Is Riley able to get that gate shut or not? Do you want to go check?
Riley!
I've while we're waiting for the kids to shut the gate, I've got a parcel to deliver. Remember, we got the website, guys, so if you want something. I'm not going to be adding any more to the website, so grab what you can now, because once all the physical stuff's gone, I'm probably not going to be adding too much on there, but the digital stuff will continue to stay on there. Alright, where should we put the hay roll? Which part of the paddock should we put it in? On the top of the hill, down the bottom? No, it's too rocky here, we can't throw it out here. Where shall we put it? I'm going to have to hold the camera because too many bumps. Oh, bump. Oh, God.
Over there?
Over that way? Like down the bottom of the hill?
Yeah, over there. Where sort of the river is.
Yeah. We've got a lot of fallen trees in here, which will be good for us to burn off in winter hay. Cut it all up as firewood.
Yeah.
There's a lot in here. Oh my goodness, it's so bumpy, isn't it? Dad popped the Aussie flag up there for Australia Day. Now it's obviously April now, but it's lasted a while with all the wind. Got the windmill up there. It's not going though. We need to get it going. Alright, I reckon around here is good, and then we can roll it down the hill here. Alright, so this paddock is the paddock that we popped them in a couple of weeks ago when we first got the sheep. But behind us there's a few other paddocks around the farm. We're just going to be rotating between them, but at the moment we're keeping them in here because on the weekend we need to take 2 of them back to the original farmer and collect another 4 more from him, which I'll explain in another video. So it's just easier to keep them in this paddock for now. And by rotating the paddocks, it means that we have more feed on the ground for longer. So the other ones are resting at the moment. They've got nothing eating in them other than a few kangaroos here and there. And at the moment, this one's very dry and barren, but we're feeding out hay every 2-3 days at the moment. I've got old hay net here I need to just put there for a second. And one of my cider bottles from the other day, when I was busy and didn't have time to pop it somewhere. Basically what I'm doing is just rolling it out, pop it down here, and then take the netting off with my knife and then roll it down the hill. And I'm saying all this to you because I won't be able to film and do it at the same time. And my little cameramen down there are off exploring, so they're not going to be any help. I think I might need an antihistamine, hey? Most of you will already know I'm quite allergic to hay, so this is somewhat killing me at the moment, but I'll go home and have a shower maybe before I go to Bunnings today. So satisfying. Snakes in there. I've heard of snakes being wrapped up in these. Keep going. Keep rolling, 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 rolling. Good job. We'll spread it out a little, but I'll use my gloves, guys. Alright, come show us the skull. Tilly's found a skull that she wants us to see. Oi, what are you doing? So the kids have found a skull they wanted us to show you. It's a sheep one. Bit yucky, hey?
I've got holes for it.
So I don't know if you can see through the windscreen, might be a bit blurry, but the girls are going really well. They're just chilling out under here. This is their favourite tree, which is why there's so much sheep shit under it. But they're not too smart. They haven't figured out that I've put hay up there. So hopefully this afternoon I can get some footage of them eating up there. If not, you can just imagine it. But no, they're all going well. They should be due to have their babies from May to July, August. It's very hard because if they were ours, we would have just put the rams with them for 6 to 8 weeks. But because we got them sort of halfway through the breeding period, we don't know who's been bred and who's not. And yeah, so some of them are fully pregnant. Some of them are maybe a couple of weeks in. Bit staggered. It's very exciting. We were going to plan a trip in June, and then we realised, oh no, we can't because we're going to be having lambs around then. So I've just dropped the trailer off down here, and I'm going to head off to Bunnings now to go get some more plants, but I thought I'd show you a little tour of what we've got going on here. Most of you know I'm not a green thumb. I learn as I go. I'm not really that interested in gardening all that much. As I progress in my gardening venture, I guess I'm learning more and more, but what I have learned is out here we need Australian natives, so I've given up on buying all the pretty ones, and there are some really pretty Australian natives, but I'm going to stick with those. So I'll show you what's going on in the garden. I have been raking up leaf piles at the moment, so if you see that around, I'm going to be picking those up later on today or this week. We've got the chilies growing in here. I've picked these off because they went a bit gross, but there are chilies growing on here. You can see here, we've got chilies growing in here. Veggie garden has nothing. The kids have picked up some random leaves and flowers and stuck them in, but there's no roots to these. They're just there for their fun. Chickens, I told you guys in the past, ate all of my veggies out of here. They got out of the chicken coop and they jumped up here. So we do need to fence off this area, or I'm going to get some chicken netting. So, you know, the electrical netting that you can buy, I'll pop it up on the screen so the chooks can free range out the back there without ruining all my garden. A couple of weeks ago I bought some mulch and compost and all of that, and did plant a few plants through here, as well as added some compost and mulch to existing plants that were not thriving. This one was one of them. I do need to trim this right back. I'm going to do that today. This is my lavender. As you can see, it's really old, and that's something I've had to research myself because I don't know anything about planting stuff. But ever since I have put compost in there and some mulch around it, it has been thriving, and we've got new growth coming through, as you can see here. And it's not like a dull green colour anymore. It's actually a nice vibrant green. I love succulents. I never seem to be able to kill those, which is great. So we've got 2 here, and then Tilly, my daughter, bought some little seedlings a couple of weeks ago. This one here that looks like an aloe vera but isn't. I don't know what's happened to it. Maybe some of you guys can tell me whether that's like a bug's eaten it. No idea. Not an aloe vera, it's an Australian native. This one here is an aloe vera, and Connor wants me to plant more of them because he got really sunburnt recently and it really helped with that. I don't know what this one's called. It had purple leaves and half of it's dying already, which is really frustrating because I only just purchased it and planted it. Not sure what I'm doing wrong. Then we've got this one, another Australian native. I can't tell you the name of it. This one was in here when we moved into the cottage. My dad planted it, and he originally had 2 roses here and some other plants along here. The bobtails, which are the lizards, ate the one there and part of this one, and then a guy came and put some electrics up here, and he stood on a few here, including this one, but it's come back again. So we're just watering that one. I'm not going to put anything here for now because it's sort of in the way where you got little kids and a dog. Hey Oreo, there's our kitty Oreo. She's almost a year old. Her birthday is the same day as mine, which is pretty cool. She's doing really well, and she's inside all day usually, but now it's cooling off. We're letting her come out more and more throughout the day because when it's hot, I don't want her playing with any snakes, obviously. This time of year, they're starting to go into hibernation. So I know I'm preaching that I'm going to be buying a lot of Australian natives, but roses, as you can see from my tattoo, are one of my favourites. So I have purchased 2 more, and this time I've popped them in plants so Maggie finds it harder to chew them, as well as they've got better drainage. I'm not knowledgeable, like I've said. This is just me Googling stuff. Does seem to have some sort of disease thing or something going on here, but I'm keeping them plenty watered. I've put compost and mulch in there as well as soil, and I've been making sure there's like a little, I think it's like a couple inches around it, so then the water can get through. This one's a blue moon, and this one is a gold medal. And then these ones were Tilly's little seedlings, like the one near the front door that I showed you guys in the pot, except these 2 died and these 2 have not. So as for our garden, it's not going too well, as you can see, but it was like 49 degrees Celsius throughout summer, and we had some really, really hot days, and now it's starting to cool down. So I am going to start getting a few more plants for this area, and then I'm going to, in a couple of weeks' time, start the veggie garden again. Hey honey. Alright, let's head off to Bunnings. Perfect transition. Hey Oreo. Just got back from Bunnings. We purchased all Australian natives. Here we've got tucker bush, which is cinnamon myrtle, which you can use as a spice apparently. Then we've got kangaroo paw, which, as you can tell by the name, it looks like a kangaroo's paw. The kids are currently flying their aeroplanes. One's stuck in a tree there. Then we bought this woolly bush. Where's the sign for it? There. It's short name or whatever you call it. Is a woolly bush, which I quite like these. They're really soft. And then this one's more of sort of a hedge style grey box. You can see there, pause and read them. But yeah, so I've bought those, but I'm going to pop those along this area here, the garden bed, just to put a bit more greenery in there and fill it out. Tilly and Riley are playing with their, let's see, their gliders, the aeroplanes, but one is stuck in the tree. Oh, Riley just threw a ball at me. Hit the camera. Trying to get a ball to throw up there to get it down. Otherwise, I'll get the leaf blower out. Give it to me. No, you muppet. Oh, good try. Mummy's turn now. All right, let's see if I can get it. Oh, straight through it. Got it, Tilly.
No.
Yeah. So it's the next day. Last night I did try to film some footage of the sheep eating the hay, but they still did not find it. They got all the way to the top of the hill, still didn't find it, but I'm glad to say that it is the afternoon now and they've nearly eaten it all, so that's fantastic. This morning I took the kids to a local town that's just under an hour away from us, and they went searching for fairies. They had like a hidden fairy thing through all the streets and of the town, so they went and did that, and then we went to the park and had a picnic. So, oh, they're after me now. What's wrong? So we're back now. I'm going to finally plant these plants. It's about 2 p.m. and get them in the ground. So I've worked out just how wide and tall these grow from the labels. So I'm popping that one roughly there. This amber chimes here. I'm not sure if I showed you the flowers of those, but they're quite pretty, like little peach coloured flowers. This other woolly bush here, kangaroo paw, this one, the grey box hedge, and then this one I did not realise when I purchased it can grow up to, where is it, 6 metres high and 4 metres wide, so I'm leaving a bit of a space there. I can always prune it back and that will sort of give us a bit of a blockage here from the wind, which will be good. We've currently got this one here blocking that corner, and then got my roses here, but if someone can let me know what's going on with these, I'm sure I could Google it, but I'm not really sure what's going on. What are you doing, Maggie? Photo bombing. Video bombing, I should say. So Connor and I had a budget for our Valentine's Day. We said $6 each, just because we don't really celebrate Valentine's Day. I don't know why we came to $6 exactly. We just said $6 each. So instead of him buying me actual bouquet of flowers, he bought me flower seeds and some chocolate. So I'm going to pop those in between each of these. It says it's best to grow them, where is it? Summer to early spring. Yeah, so I'm going to grow some of those in here, and we'll see if they actually grow. Guys, I finished. My God, it took me some time. I had to rearrange them a little because I didn't have much space in certain areas. I'm loving having all this greenery in here after such a long summer. Very, very hot summer. I know it's not a huge difference, but to me it is. It's massive. Seeing that greenery through here after such a long hot summer. And these two here are giving me sort of Canada vibes, even though they're not the same, but giving me sort of a alpine or pine look. I did have to put the kangaroo paw and this one here, the chime one, amber chime, I think it was, over this side, because the garden bed here is just, I dug through it and there's just too many rocks, huge rocks underneath, and there just wouldn't have been enough room for the roots to grow out. So I'm going to pop those flowers in there after, and yeah. Looks really good. I'm very happy with it. So it's now time for me to have a cider or a whiskey. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Make sure to like, comment and subscribe. Bye.
I was a wide-eyed soul, searching high and low, when I found you on that day.